G'day, my name's John Platten. During the period 2005 to about 2009, I was involved in a project called Cap Reef. Now this was a citizen science program which looked at a whole range of different projects across central Queensland. One of these was baited remote underwater video. Now what this involved was putting a camera down under the water with a baits in front of it and just see what turned up. Well, what turned up was a whole range of different and some quite interesting results. So what I've decided to do is to put these together in a series of videos on YouTube just to see what interest people have. Now I think you'll find these quite enjoyable, and I hope that you'll find them instructive as well as to what sort of things are found and feeding on baits in central Queensland. Thank you. This first video is one of several that I'll be doing related to central Queensland wrecks. Now there are wrecks all up and down the coastline. This particular one is quite a large steel trawler which sank about 15 years ago. It's in about 25 metres of water. I won't give the location because it's probably changed by now anyway. Now it's particularly noted for the number of fish that are on it. There are some very large fish, but there's just heaps and heaps of life. So I hope that you enjoy this one. Thank you. From the time the camera was put in the water, there were fish. A huge school of Trevally surrounded the baits as they were drifting towards the bottom. If you have a look carefully, you'll see that it's like a cylinder right around the baits. There's a few different types of Trevally. Most of them were brassy Trevally. There was a few giant Trevally and one or two gold spot Trevally. Now the depth here was about 25 metres, and the school followed the bait all the way to the bottom. From time to time you'll see the baits in the corner of the video. This goes down there, it goes right there. Trevally are reasonably common about the wrecks. It seems to be a good place, no doubt attracted by the large amount of bait. Now we've hit the bottom, and you can see the Trevally are following it all the way down. I don't know how many Trevally there are there, but it's a large number. This is the wreck itself. Initially I put the frame down and it actually got caught on the wreck, so I had to pull it up again. So that's what you're looking at here. It's actually suspended above the wreck. Very large ray coming into vision now. There's quite a few of these guys hang around the wrecks. They feed on the large oysters and clams that are attached to the wreck itself. Down below that, the yellowy coloured fish are hussa. There's a couple of large gold spot cod visible, and a big school of smallmouth nannygai or crimson snapper. You can see there's lots and lots of bait. A touchdown on the bottom. Now if you look at the bottom, if you look at the fish that are present there, most of that school is a school of crimson snapper. The bottom here is sand, and there's odd pieces of shell, and you'll see quite a number of broken clams, broken scallops, etc. Most of those have fallen off the side. Now we've got a number of different species present. There's a large Queensland groper just coming through the view now. The species that you can see in the background there are painted sweetlip, number of other names for them, morwong. The one with the dark points to its fins and dark stripe across its gills is a blubberlip bream. The other name for painted sweetlip is slaty bream. Here, there's always a number of these around the wreck. The ones in the foreground at the moment are scarlet sea perch or smallmouth nannygai. The little guys right up close to the camera are glassfish. It's a large groper in the background. Another groper there at the top of the screen. Just swimming into view now is a juvenile red emperor, the guy with the nice white body and dark stripes. Just above him is a coral trout. And there's just about to be a large groper swim through. When he does, just have a look at the suckerfish attached. But first, here's a huge school of bait coming through. The stripes on the red emperor, if you took it above water, would be a bright red. Underwater, they're very dark. Here comes the groper. And there with attached suckerfish. Red emperor of various sizes are quite common around the wrecks. Well, I hope you enjoyed that first video. There'll be some more on the wrecks of Central Queensland coming up. very soon, I hope. Thank you. Bye.